If you're not scary, what kind of a monster are you?
I'm Art, New Age philosophy major. I thought you might like to keep a dream journal.
Is that a joke?
The Scare Games! A super intense scary competition!
You could totally die.
And it's worth it!
If you lose, you will leave Monsters University.
Fine. Behold, my brothers of Uzma Kappa. I have an extra toe. Not with me, of course.
Remember when Pixar used to make good movies?
Huh, you mean
Pepper
right
Shaw
now?
remembers.
The fuck does that mean?
You've never seen that, never?
No.
Pepper Charms remembers. But anyway, we're doing a review of the new Pixar film. I know we actually saw it when it came out.
Yeah.
We've just been late to do a review because we've been busy. It just been out and such.
What is that?
Sorry about that. We kind of just woke up. But anyway, doing a review of Monsters University, the latest mediocre film out from Pixar.
You mean the latest Pixar magic?
No, that's not what it is.
Yeah, but it is.
It's the latest Pixar. Hey, don't we used to make good movies? Oh, let's just put this one out.
Oh, I want to.
I bet you
beat
do.
you with your wallet right now.
I bet you do.
Why not like a glass? Wallets are smaller. They're fellow.
What the fuck is this? I feel like you just had a mini stroke.
I don't know.
That one reporter chick.
So Mike Wazowski of
Alright, let's get into what this movie's about. That was him knocking it out. Alright, so this movie is about our heroes from the first Monsters. I was going to say first Monsters University. Monsters Inc. Mike Wazowski and Sully.
James P. Sullivan.
Sully Sullivan.
Isn't
that his name? But
voiced by Billy Crystal and John Goodman once again.
But it takes place a bunch of years back when they were in college.
Yep.
And it's basically Revenge of the Nerds done with monsters.
Never saw it, so I don't really know.
It's basically Revenge of the Nerds done with monsters. And not at all inappropriate or anything like that.
Oh,
it's just a movie of
I want to see a raunchy Pixar movie, like Pixar if they did The Hangover.
I want to see Pixar's Heavy Metal. But anyway, it's basically one of those movies where it's like the group of nerds has to rise up and gain the respect of the school and the respect for one another, and they gotta find themselves and stuff. Like, hey, sweet. We're worth something, but it's been done to death. Just like the jokes in this movie. I've seen them 1,000 times before. But, I mean, am I right when I say that's the basic plot of the film?
Yeah.
Am I missing anything?
I mean, yeah, it's an incredibly, general description of it, but, yeah, that's basically the plot, yeah.
That's the word, that's the key word with this film. It's basic. It's basic, bitch.
No, it's
okay,
really
well,
sweet.
You know what? Since you really love this movie, I'm going to let you start off with what you like about it.
It's really sweet, it's charming, it's heartwarming, it's funny, it's, it's not, I don't think it's a generic, we'll just toss this out, make some money, which is what I actually thought it was going to be, because the last two movies Pixar made were Cars 2, which I did not see. It's the only Pixar movie I haven't seen.
That was probably their worst film they've ever made.
Yeah, that's what I hear. That's from even the people who defend it are like, I mean, it was okay. It wasn't as bad as I thought it was going to be. They always say that it wasn't as bad as I thought it was going to be. And then Brave, which I thought was decent. It was decent. I do agree with our fellow critic here, or fellow reviewer here, Black Zeus, who says that the princess in Brave is probably the best Disney princess, because, it's not like, I'll just wait for a prince to come along. It's like, fuck that, I'll do whatever I want. But, the story itself I just thought was, But,
I like Brave. I didn't think it was anything like
Oh, yeah, I like Brave, too.
Kind of like this one. There's nothing, it doesn't have that Pixar
See, I like this way more than Brave, actually. I thought Brave was good, but I thought this was, back to...
I would put them in the same category. Ugh.
I mean, I wouldn't say, this is one of the Oh, this is one of the top 5 Pixar classics. But I would put, if this was on like a top 10, I would.
Oh shit! What? Really?
Yeah.
Oh man.
I mean, near the end, but well, Pixar has only made like 13 films, so that's not really.
Okay. Well.
But yeah, I thought this movie was really funny, actually. Funny, charming, as I said. And, okay, you know how we saw Wreck-It Ralph, and you were like, I'm not going to freak out every time they make a video game reference. Oh my god, I get that! It's like, whenever, when I first saw, when the first credits were open, I was like, alright, if they ever make any references to the old one, you know, I'm not going to freak out. I'm a mature 21-year-old male. And as soon as the opening scene with little Mike Wazowski on his school going to the class field trip to Monsters, Inc., I was like, oh my god, I remember that! I remember seeing that in theaters as a kid! Oh shit! I probably wasn't swearing as much today.
But it was only like, what, 10 years ago?
Something
like that?
10... I forget when the first one
I can't
came
even feel
out.
like...
I
don't feel. I don't feel what you feel.
I don't feel these feels, man.
Because I just saw it, I was like, oh, it's cute, it's a little Mike. But I didn't get that feeling like, oh, I remember when I saw this as a kid. I mean, it might as well have been like yesterday. It wasn't that long ago to me to have that. Wow, look at that dead air. Holy shit.
That's why I said dead air.
Sorry about that. I'm just looking at the little audio graph we have here, and it was like a big, just flat line. Like it died or something. But anyway, I didn't have those same.
Someone died or something.
Like, yeah, you know, like when like a heart monitor, exactly. I didn't have that same reaction as you did. In fact, I was a little angry at all the throwbacks to the original one because they set up some stuff that either does not come back in Monsters Inc. or B, it doesn't really make sense.
Oh, you mean like how they basically just throw away the character of Randall, who was the main villain in the first one. And this one, you're like,
yeah.
Hey, and they introduce him as like Mike's roommate. And you're like, oh shit's gonna go down. We'll see how they became enemies. Not really. They just throw, and I think Steve Buscemi came back.
There's like no, it is him, yeah.
Yeah, and
there's like no reason for them to be enemies when you watch this film.
And they just throw away his character. That's one of the big, not big, but that's one. If I had any complaints, that's one of the complaints.
My major complaint with this is the fact that, well, maybe not my major one, but one of my biggest complaints about it is, like I mentioned, it establishes something that doesn't exist in Monsters, Inc., and it would have been really, really cool to have seen in Monsters, Inc. If this was a standalone film, I would be really excited for a sequel. I'd be really excited for what's going to happen next, because they established this teamwork element between Sully and Mike.
Like near the end?
Near the end, where it's like, that was fucking awesome. That's my favorite scene of the whole movie.
Yeah.
Where it's like, if you were just to watch that scene and Monsters, Inc. didn't exist, you would expect, like, oh, the sequel's going to have more of this. Like, oh, I wonder what the next version of this is going to be. And that, as we know, that's not in there at all.
Nah.
In fact, Mike's character in Monsters, Inc. is reduced to, like, opening doors, basically. Or getting doors ready. That's, like, his contribution. It's kind of depressing now that I think about it. Like, all the work he put into this and stuff like that. But I don't know. I digress.
I actually haven't seen the first one in a while, so I don't really remember.
Oh, but you know what? With Gabriel, I have. That's why, like, I remember it a lot. And that's why I'm disappointed.
Okay.
Some good things. I mean, there are good things about it. The animation. I mean, Pixar, with every following movie, they always amp up their animation, and this one's no exception. It looks amazing.
Yeah.
It really is beautiful. And I love all the different monster designs, especially Helen Mirren, who's this centipede dragon thing. It's like, oh, fuck, that's
the dean
creepy,
of the
but it's
university,
awesome. Yeah. She was the dean of the university. In a way, one of the main villains. I mean, she's not like menacing or anything, but it's
one
like
that starts off the plot, really.
Yeah. I liked some of the jokes. I mean, it took a long time for me to start laughing in this movie.
Mm.
Like, I wasn't even giving this film, like my chuck was like, those laughs where it's just more like air coming out of my nose. I wasn't even giving the film that because I just wasn't feeling it. But once it finally gets to, as in other college, whatever, Rise of the Nerd type films, there's always going to be like this big event that they have to do that all the students participate in. And here it's these monster games.
The scare games.
The scare games, which
where all the fraternities battle to become the top scare of the university.
Exactly. It's just a bunch of different events centered around scaring. And that's probably one of the best parts of the film.
And Mike and Sully get the worst fraternity, and that's where the Revenge of the Nerds things comes in.
If you've seen the fraternity in the trailer. I mean, it does introduce some like kind of cute characters, but that's about it to me. I wasn't laughing, but it wasn't until they got to the scare games, which is about 30 minutes into the movie, where I finally started laughing. But that being said, when that happened, I was cracking up hard. I think I was going to scare Gabriel about how I was laughing.
Yeah, I like the scare games with the race at the beginning, the first one, the race, and the one with the library. I actually
they're all very creative.
Yeah,
and I like it, but. I mean, that's kind of all I can say good about this. The plot, to me, was very, very generic. The message is something I've seen 1,000 times before, and probably sometimes better. Same with the jokes. It was too far, and what's that expression?
Too wide and far between, or something like that.
Something like that.
Yeah, I know what you're saying.
It was too much of that for me. I just like couldn't get into it. I didn't even find it as charming as the original Monsters Inc.
No, it's not as good as the original Monsters Inc. I mean, let's get that clear right now. But because that one is Pixar magic. But yeah, I like this. I like the voice cast in it. I like the scare games. Not seeing the trailer, I didn't really know much about the plot, so maybe that had something to do with it.
Seeing like almost every trailer, this thing doesn't really give away the plot. There's, I guess that's kind of something good about it.
Yeah.
It doesn't give anything away in the trailers like most movies do, but I don't know. I'm kind of on the fence with this one. Like, I don't want to say it's a bad movie because I don't think it's a bad movie. I would be fine with not seeing it again.
Yeah.
Nor ever going back to see it again. Like, it didn't do anything for me. Kind of like, no, you know what? I think I like Brave a little more than this.
Well.
I don't know. I mean, the best part of the whole film, the best movie that Pixar's made recently. Make sure you get there on time if you're gonna go see this.
Oh, right, the short. Yeah.
Yeah, you gotta see the short that comes before it, called
The Blue Umbrella.
That was fucking phenomenal.
Like,
the animation is all
it's great.
It's all CG, but done very like realistically, so it looks just real. It looks incredible how they did
it's
it.
crazy. Like
And it has a really good score from John Bryan.
It's surreal how real that animation looks.
It's scary how the animation.
Yeah. Oh, scary. That's the right word.
Yeah.
It's surreal. It's scary. I actually was gonna say, like, not only did I find this movie, I like the dynamic between Mike and Sully and how they start off at enemies and they became friends. We've seen that a lot of times. We've seen that 1,000 times. I actually like though how it worked out in this movie, maybe because I liked the characters so much from the previous movie.
Yeah, probably.
But I actually like I found the new characters. I actually like the guys in the fraternity were actually they were making me laugh. And they come down to like the big event, and you think, oh, that's awesome. That's the end of the movie. And there's like a whole other thing.
You know what? I was about to bring that up. That I respected on that.
Yeah,
because it has a twist, which I wasn't expecting at all.
Which I actually like.
Not just that, but it kind of gives this message of like, hey, you know what? Sometimes you just kind of suck, and you always will. That's just who you are. I mean, like, not all of us are made the same, and you are not meant to do a certain thing.
It's kind of a depressing message at first.
But I totally respect it.
Oh, yeah.
No, that's realistic.
It's realistic, yeah.
Kids should listen to that. You hear that, kid? You ain't shit. Your dad wasn't shit. You ain't never gonna be shit, too.
I liked how, like, I did not, it was, I'm not gonna say this movie is totally original, but...
Because it's not.
But hey, man, Fast and Furious isn't original, but that was fun as hell.
that was a movie.
But I'm not. But I actually appreciate that they actually surprised me. Like, oh, I did not see that coming.
They surprised me too. I was like, hey, I thought this was going to be a really good movie.
It was a really good movie.
Alright, well, let's just get to our...
maybe I was just high on mushrooms, but...
Maybe.
I mean, I do...
Scares me thinking of a 20-year-old man going into a kid's film high on mushrooms,
I'm
but
just
okay.
kidding. No, I was completely sober while watching this movie.
That scares me more. I'm kidding.
You know what?
Let's get to our ratings.
Hold on, if I could just, like, you know, where'd you see this?
I saw it at Western.
I saw the Davis, and you know how the Davis has that hallway where it splits into two.
Shout out to our sponsors, the Regal City North 14 and the Davis.
Well, I'm just
they
saying,
give us
like,
money for the show.
You know how it's a hallway, and you either turn right for this one screen.
Yeah.
Well, on
like
the right,
Logan, another good theater in
yes,
Chicago.
all right.
But go on.
But there on the right was World War Z, and on the left it was Monsters University. All these families were going down the hallway, and I was the one in front of them, and they were probably thinking, as teenager-looking motherfucker, he's probably wasn't thinking that. But
look at this motherfucker trying to see movies. What the fuck you think he is?
Go home, kid. You're not wanted here.
Exactly.
He's probably going to see World War Z. Oh, whoa! He's going to the Monsters University.
As soon as you turn,
yeah,
they grab their kids a little closer.
they took out their cell phone and was like, just in case. Just in case.
But yeah, can we get to the ratings?
Yeah, sure.
Alright, I'm gonna let you go ahead.
No, you can go first.
A film that I thought was very generic and just not too special at all, which is what I expect. I'm sorry, but Pixar I do hold them up to a standard. And I hope they learn from this and go back to doing like original films and not just sequels. Though I do really want an incredible sequel. But anyway, just generic, not too funny, not too charming, very good looking. But it's like hooking up with someone. They look really good. They're good for a night, but after that, you just kind of got to move on and just pretend that never happened.
What a lovely metaphor or analogy for a kids movie.
Exactly. This hookup gets 2 stars out of 4. Would not.
2 eyes.
2 eyes out of 4. Would not.
Basically
again.
stars. I actually did find it charming and really cute. It's great animation. The voice cast does well. And for all the reasons that we said, and I did think it was actually funny, sweet, heartwarming, and I'm gonna give it 4 out of 4.
Oh shit! My brain
is
imploding inside of me. Nah, that's okay. You can like what you want.
Yes, sir.
It doesn't mean you're not wrong.
I get an A+ at this university for reviewing this movie.
Oh man! Well, when I went to go see World War Z, that was a screening. And, we have not reviewed World War Z. Shit. That's coming soon, I promise.
I mean,
anyway.
you saw it like 2 weeks ago.
I know, man. Fuck. I hate that. We've been so busy lately where it's just like, I can't
we've been pretty busy.
But anyway, there's more reviews coming up. We got one for Fruitvale Station, which no one's going to do, so ha. But anyway, I was standing in line for World War Z, and I saw Monsters University on that side. Like on the other line at the AMC River East, and
another sponsor.
Yeah. Please give us money.
Please give us all the monies.
This one girl was like in line with a yellow like graduation cap, and I was like, "This chick's coming here." Going into Monsters University thinking she's about to get her diploma or some shit.
Awesome cosplay for a kids movie.
It's not cosplay, it's just one hat. Totally normal. Girl, wait, go back to school.
Just reach deep down and let the scary out.
Tonight we party like scammers! I can't be late on the first day!